Hi, I'm Denise, and welcome back to Inside the Mind Meditations and Podcast 9. Conscious meditation can be thought of as mind management. Just as we have our head trips, so does everyone else. So we are not alone with our little tapes in our heads, condemning ourselves and everyone around us for basically doing what we are all doing, while not realizing if we stopped and did something else, we would change our reality, as well as relieve much pain and suffering in our minds and bodies. Why? Because everyone else would react differently to us, and thus we ourselves. If we pay attention to the feelings in our bodies and our breath as we interact with others, we are better able to command ourselves and make better choices through response rather than reaction. And as we do this, we are able to drop conflict within and thus not engage in it at all with others in destructive ways. And this allows us the choice to accept those in our lives who are healthy and let go of those who are not. And when we can choose without becoming engaged, we are actually beginning to enjoy some element of free will. In any case, we should accept whatever it is we are receiving, validation or not, without judgment, only observation. After all, you won't become someone else's judgment unless you choose to become a part of it by resisting their notion. Rather, simply acknowledge it for what it is and be grateful you learned that about the person giving it, as it allows you to choose better for yourself. I should point out that to work on acceptance without judgment does not mean to allow exploitation of self or others. This is a common mistake as to allow exploitation, regardless of its nature, is wrong because it teaches those who exploit this is how they get what they want, and it robs those exploited of their peace. In any case, like exploitation, judgment harms self as it doesn't allow us to see the larger picture. And in some ways, we begin to exploit others. Anything that harms takes away from self and others. So even if someone chooses to harm, we should simply not engage. And that may seem rather simple for some to do, but not so simple for others. The key is to move into breath and body instead of reaction, so we are able to obtain a more clear picture as observation becomes our first reaction, and then their behavior, our observation, after our own. Only then are we able to change the situation rather than become a part of it. And by doing things differently, we begin to notice that we start to free ourselves from some of the things that traditionally upset our days. And by taking a neutral position, we find and maintain balance, very much like a tightrope walker. The most important thing to do this is to observe our thoughts, but we can't do that until we observe our breath and our body's reaction to the situation we are dealing with. And this is currently what we are practicing in meditation. But until we apply it to daily life, it's not really serving us. So in daily life, we shouldn't take things personally. We can actually have real thoughts rather than reactions when we focus on the body and breath first. And when we are able to respond rather than react, new and more pleasant things can come in. And when this happens, our worlds begin to change one step at a time, just like we built them, only this time we're doing it consciously. Through conscious awareness, we can build something we like. And by focusing on the breath and the feeling of the body in the waking hours, we begin to extend meditation into our daily lives. And that is where we get the real benefit. In the last meditation, we did something a little bit different, and that was to begin to observe how our thoughts create feeling in our body and also affect the breath. And thus we observed how those things are attached to the tension and pain we feel. when they are not pleasant, or I guess I should say when they are pleasant or not pleasant or neutral. And with this meditation, the goal is to take that into life after we finish and make it a habit in daily living. And don't worry, it generally takes years of practice to achieve this, but it does eventually pay off. And with that in mind, let's begin in the usual way of lying down flat on our backs, if possible, with the spine straight, hands by our hips, palms up, and take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth to ready the body for relaxation. And now, while still lying on our back, please let's begin by rubbing the palms of the hands together at the same time that we rub the soles of our feet together, activating all 2,000 nerve endings throughout the entire body. And having done that, please sit with your spine straight in whatever position is most comfortable to you in preparation of setting our intention. And with about 5 pounds of pressure as you press the palms of your hands together in prayer pose, press the sides of your thumbs into your breastbone with another approximate 5 pounds of pressure so that your fingers are angled away from the body at a 60-degree angle. And now let's activate the thyroid by closing the eyes 9/10 of the way and staring at the tip of the nose while crossing our eyes. And now we'll set our intention through great feeling from the heart. And remember, even if you are asking for something for someone else, always set the intention by asking something for yourself first. And to begin with, I ask this, whatever it is, for myself and for someone else, and also for the entire universe. And then feel your intention deeply within your heart. Now let's begin. Now, please lie flat on your back while keeping your spine straight. Hands beside the hips and palms up. And allow your eyes to rest comfortably as you settle in and make any last minute adjustments for physical comfort. And please allow your mind to wander. And as your mind wanders, it's probably going back over the things that happened throughout the day or things you anticipate will happen, rehearsing for things that most likely won't happen at all, but our own minds will want to rehearse for them anyway. And notice the feeling you have as you observe these thoughts, and note whether they are pleasant or not pleasant or neutral. And if they are pleasant or not pleasant, notice where you feel them in the body. Opening your eyes softly, return your focus to your surroundings. Look around the room so that you become entirely aware of your space, and notice the objects within and any sounds. And as you become aware of your surroundings, begin deep breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, filling the entire stomach until you can no longer breathe in, and then expand the breath to the lungs, allowing the rib cage to expand, creating more space throughout the entire torso. And then exhale through the mouth, letting the entire body collapse with the breath as it deflates and the navel falls toward the floor. Continue to focus on the breath, breathing in and breathing out. And with the next breath, gently close your eyes and settle into the space you're lying on, noticing any sounds around you and accepting them for what they are. And now, turn your attention to the body, and without judgment, observe. Does the body feel heavy or light, tense or at ease? And feel the weight of the body as it sinks onto the surface you are lying on, observing the points of contact for the head, shoulders, back, hips, arms and hands, legs and feet. Feel them settle in comfortably as the breath returns to normal. Now let's have an overview of the body, letting the points that want attention to guide us. And when coming upon an area of discomfort, simply identify it as discomfort. And when coming upon an area of ease, then comfort. Observe it for what it is, nothing more. Realize it and accept it. If all is at peace, then relax and enjoy the peace. However, a certain area or sensation persists and continually calls our attention back to it, acknowledge it, and then identify it. Pain, tension, stress, tingling, itching, or whatever the sensation is. Send a feeling of love to it, and the same with arriving to an area of ease. Identify the comfort and send the feeling of gratitude to it. Appreciate through great feeling the body's ability to heal and rejuvenate. Thank it. Accept all without judgment of good or bad. It is as it is, and you appreciate the awareness your body has and its remarkable ability to communicate and to heal. And now that we have an overview of the body and how it is feeling, let's go more deeply into that and begin by scanning the entire body, starting with the head. Observe any sensations or points of ease in the crown of the head. The forehead and the back of the head. Just making note now, discomfort or comfort. The brow line and eyes. Ears and cheeks. Mouth and jaw. Noting areas of tension and ease, and allowing space to be made for balance. The throat and neck. Shoulders, fronts and backs. upper arms and elbows, lower arms and wrists, hands and fingers. Note the areas of tension and allow them to relax while observing the areas of ease. Scan the chest now and upper back. Upper abdomen and mid-back, lower abdomen and lower back, the pelvic region and tailbone. Hips, starting at the top of the thighs, scan to the knees, both front and back. Lower legs now to the ankles. Feet, and finally the toes. Allowing all to be as it is, peace and not at peace. Now feel the body as a whole and simply become aware of it through feeling without judgment and only observation. And now observe the breath in its natural state. Is that light and shallow, or deep and full? Rapid or slow? If you are not able to recognize the breath through feeling, place one or both hands over the region that you can feel the breath best in, and feel the rise and fall of your breath through your hands. Notice as it changes. accept, and observe the breath. Thoughts and feelings may come and go, drawing you away from your focus on the breath. And this is normal. And when you become aware your thoughts have drawn you away from your focus on your breath, look at the way the thoughts feel in your body. Notice if the thought creates a feeling, and briefly look at where that feeling is. If you have no feeling in the body, call the thought a thought and realize it is neutral. If there is a feeling with a thought, note if the sensation it creates is pleasant or not pleasant, and observe how and where it feels in the body. If you are only having a feeling or sensation, then observe the feeling or sensation and whether it is pleasant or not pleasant. And if the thought or feeling persists, simply note pleasant or not pleasant or neutral and return to the breath. And if you're not able to remain focused on the breath without the mind wandering off, then assign either a mantra to each breath or count them 1 through 10 and return again to 1 to begin again. And please allow the mind its freedom to do as it will now. And as we conclude this meditation, I would like you to observe throughout your waking hours of the day those who support your thoughts and ideas and those who don't. And I would like you to do this without judgment. I would like you to also to not engage in contention with those who diminish you, nor to try to gain their approval by insisting they listen or let you finish what you are saying. Simply allow them to be and turn your attention toward those who are positive and support you. In this way, you validate yourself by aligning with those who are supportive, and you leave conflict behind. Now you may choose to go to sleep or be on with your day. And if you wish to go to sleep, if you are able, please turn on your right side or turn your head to the right and drift off to the sound of my voice after giving gratitude for the day and tomorrow and all week long. And if you wish to rise, please slightly turn your head to the left and become aware of your body, your fingers and toes, hands and feet, legs and arms, tummy and torso, shoulders, neck, face, and head. And finally, your body as a whole. Does the body feel heavy or light, relaxed or tense? And now recognize the points of contact. And become aware of the sounds around you. Open your eyes and become aware of your surroundings, the things you see and hear. And after giving gratitude for the day, while holding the feeling of joy in your heart, you may rise when you are ready. And I hope you had a great time at Inside the Mind Meditations. We're certainly glad you're here. And please feel free to subscribe to our channel should you wish for future notifications when new meditations are posted. They're all free. As well, your comments are always appreciated. Good day or night, and I hope to relax and meditate with you soon. Good day.